and welcome to Rosberry Crafts, my YouTube channel where I share all my crafty adventures. Today is November 13th, 2025, and this is episode 146. My name is Roz, and I live in Lake Country, British Columbia, Canada, with my husband and my two kids who are 15 and 14. Welcome to any new viewers. I hope you like this corner of the crafty internet, and welcome back to all my returning viewers. Thank you very much for coming back again and again and again to listen to my ramblings about knitting. If you'd like to support the podcast, there is a Ko-fi account linked down below where you can donate to the podcast. And if you share this with a friend, if you enjoy it, that would be very nice. You can also, do the usuals like subscribe, all that kind of stuff. It helps me get my channel out there more to everybody else. And now I'm eating some hair. What else? What is next? Today for you, I have what am I wearing, works in progress, and events, and a little bit of life chatter thrown in there. The temperatures have dropped here. However, I'm very warm right now because I've just been running around the house doing laundry, so I'm very warm. But I am wearing a beautiful shawl today. So let's get into it. What am I wearing? Well, of course, I'm wearing hand knit socks as usual. It's a standard everyday hand knit socks now. And I am wearing my Apex shawl by Knox Mountain Knit Co. So this is a duo of people that I knew locally when they lived here. One of them still lives here, and one of them now lives in Vancouver. But they were local-ish knitters to me, and all their patterns are lovely. You should definitely check them out. And this was a collaboration that they did with Gauge Dye Works, which is the yarn. And basically they designed this shawl for this yarn, and it was a kit you could purchase at Knit City. I can't remember which year. Unfortunately, that year I couldn't go to Knit City in Vancouver. And one of the ladies from Knox Mountain Knit Co., Willow, her sister-in-law, stood in line, purchased the kit for me. Of course, I paid her back for it, but somebody connections on connections here. And because it was like a short run kit that was only available at the show. And then I knit this beautiful, beautiful shawl. It's really hard to see, but this like lattice lacework detail, it's just so good. So the Knox Mountain is a mountain locally to us. It is literally the mountain above downtown, and you can hike up to the top of it and get like a view of Kelowna. It's just beautiful if you ever come up here. And so that's where the name came from. And so this colorway is called Knox Fade because it fades from these yellows and greens into the blues. And it's just all the colors that you would see in the view from Knox Mountain. So yeah, anyway, lovely shawl. Also, the yarn is a merino cashmere nylon, so it is long lasting, so soft, holds its shape really well, just beautiful yarn. If you ever get your hands on some Gauge Dye Works yarn, try and get the MCN shawl. It's just so good, so soft, but also like it doesn't pill. It's it's tiniest bit fuzzy, but not in a bad way. Anyway, it's just lovely yarn. Both of those, well, my project will be linked down below, and then you can get to all the links of all of the things that I've just talked about. I don't have any finished objects for this week, but I have made some really good progress on my hat. So, and I've got stuff everywhere in it. I feel like it's really good progress for a week. This is my Musselburgh, which is a pattern by Isolde Teague. It is a double thick beanie style hat for you Americans, or toque if you're in Canada like me. And so you just knit the increases and then you knit this giant tube, and there's all sorts of stuff in the pattern, but this is where I was last week. So that's, you know, that's a good like 6-7 centimeters. Oh goodness, now what have I said? So yeah, I'm very happy with my progress here. This is like my just when I need something mindless, when I'm sitting in the car waiting for the kids. I did a fair bit of it at Dungeons and Dragons this week, so it's turning out so good. In the camera, and maybe it's not so much on the YouTube's video, but this is more subtle in person. Than it's showing really stripy on the camera. I mean, I'm fine with either, but in person it is much more subtle. This yarn is some Alan.com Sakatumi shades in a color called Raspberry Dream. And this is part of my initiative currently, where I'm knitting with my oldest stash, according to my Ravelry stash page. And yeah, I'm enjoying picking projects out for this old yarn and using it up and making something out of it instead of just, you know, hanging on to it and looking at it. Because I've kept this for a lot of years, so obviously I love it, but I should make something with it, right? Because often we start making stuff with our new yarn instead of our old stuff. So that is that. So yeah, I talked about the pattern, I talked about the yarn, and it's in my little like triangle dumpling bag that I keep for on the go things. Next up is a mystery knit along. So this is my One Love shawl by Hoki Locatelli, and I have finished Clue 2. Clue 3 just came out last night, so I've downloaded the PDF, but I haven't opened it or looked at it at all. So if you don't want to be spoiled by Clue 2, then skip to the next project. If you do want to take a look at it, like, you know what, I was really worried that you wouldn't be able to see this pattern. And it is a little busy for sure, but I'm loving it. It's gonna be so nice to wear. And I have a lot of like light or bright colored shawls. So this will be nice and dark and moody. Okay, and I'm using, where's the tag? Well, here's the ball of yarn. So it is a Changing Tides, which is in Juneau, Alaska. And this is just a one-of-a-kind like colorway, but it is a merino nylon sock yarn. So it'd be good for shawls. Sock yarn doesn't have to be just socks. So yeah, that is that shawl. I don't know when I'm going to get to the next clue. Maybe I'll crack on with it tonight. And it is in my beautiful sister bag that I won one year at the pigskin party. Little trailers on it. So cute. Okay, and the next thing that I feel like I've made a lot of progress on it, although it does not look that much different than last week, is my stumble dress. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it up in my giant tote from Tracy, my friend Tracy. Oh, there goes the microphone. Okay. Again, it is all bunched up on crazy needles, but here we are. There's strings everywhere. I don't know what's happening here. Deal with that later. Okay, let's look at the front. So, see those purples? So here is where I was last week on the sleeves. So I've done that, and I'm doing the sleeves 2 at a time, so they have the same decreases on them. And then, that's on the back, there is how much I have knit from that marker down on the body. So based on the number of stitches on the sleeves versus on each sleeve versus how much how many stitches I'm using for the body, I'm dividing my 20 gram mini into 2 smaller ones and 1 medium one. Anyways, 4.6 grams for each sleeve, and then the rest into the body. I think it's really hard to like see how it's coming out, but I feel like if you look at that, that's the edge of the body and the edge of the sleeve there. I feel like that's the color progression is coming along pretty evenly. I don't think you're going to notice a big difference in the shift there. So I think I've done the math right on that one. Math is one of my fortes, so I do like the math. So yeah, that is coming along nicely. I am on this beautiful purple color. Is it going to focus? There we go. Yeah, that's super nice. And we're getting close to having some, hello, browns in there. I'd like to get the body finished when I finish the kind of purpley colors. I don't know if that'll happen or not. And then I've wound off this color already for the sleeves. So I'm kind of doing all the body stuff until I get to the end of that yard, and then doing the sleeve, and then winding off the next color bits. I did try it on. I did not take any video or pictures. The sleeves were a little bit bigger than I was expecting, I think. So I did some different decreasing, a little bit more rapid decreasing. So I still have space in my arms, but instead of doing the decreasing called for in the sleeves, I'm doing it a little more rapidly to try and get some shaping in under the arms where you're not going to see it as much. And then I don't know, I haven't decided yet how long I'm going to make the sleeves. I might end up just with short sleeves. It'll require more trying on, I think. So yeah, that is coming along nicely, and I'm still very much in love with it. And yeah, I know I talked last week about doing long sleeves and making sure that I was able to, you know, because I'm gonna wear it in the winter time, like over leggings and stuff. So because you're not going to wear wool when it's 30 degrees outside. So long sleeves would be better, but also for the look of the garment, what I want, what I'm kind of picturing in my mind, I feel like maybe I have to do short sleeves, which means I may be binding off the sleeves sooner rather than later, but time will tell. Yeah, that is it for my works in progress, and I have no stash acquisitions this week, so let's move on to events. I'm still participating in the Down Cellar Studio Pigskin Party. Sorry, it got really bright outside. It's in my face. It's a cloudy day, but there's like pockets of sunshine, so there's like a thin part in the clouds, and the sun is just like, hopefully the lighting's still okay. I'm like pretty much facing the window and the sunshine. It's behind a cloud still, so it's not like direct sunlight, but it did get brighter. It bothers my eyes. Anyway, you don't need to know all that. The Down Cellar Studio Pigskin Party I am still participating in, and all of the projects that I've been working on will count towards that, so good for me. And yeah, it's over in February. It follows football season. There are themed things. Go check it out if you're interested. You basically enter for points, and then your points is how many entries you have in for the prizes. I'm not really in it for the prizes. I like to kind of see how much I keep track of during that time frame, and because it's been going on for so many years, I now have like a year over year, like how much have I done? Anyway, just a fun thing to do. And last is books. I haven't finished any books yet, but I am so close to finishing on The Endless War, which is by Danielle L. Jensen. I'll probably finish it today, so I will talk about it a bit, although I haven't actually finished it. I have about an hour left, and I usually listen to an audiobook or watch a show in the family room when I'm doing dishes and kind of cleaning the house for the night. So I definitely have time to finish that tonight. For the series overall, I love it. I think if you like fantasy with a little bit of romance in it, then, it's spicy romance. It's open door romance, so you're pre-warned about that. But yeah, it's a good series. It follows, you know, it's got everything in it, from, you know, adventure to, you know, character development and romance and, you know, world building, all of the good stuff. So yeah, that is it. That is it for books, really. I don't have much else to say. Taylor had a birthday. She's now 14. Her birthday party was very fun. We went to laser tag, and you know, there was cupcakes and charcuterie boxes, as 14-year-old girls will want. And yeah, and then her actual birthday was fun. We went out shopping, of course, to the mall, and but also to Indigo. I got myself a new book nook to make. I don't know if you can see the one back there. Not really, it's kind of behind some stuff. Anyway, we'll see if I just decide to crack that open or if it gets given to me for Christmas. It's early enough now that I'll forget that it's there. So yeah, that's about it. I don't have anything else to update you guys on, and we will see you guys again next time. Bye.